Hello student, welcome to the lecture on Introduction to Right to Information Act 2005. After this lecture, we will able to learn the following objectives. These objectives are: when does RTI come into the force? Second one, what does the information means? What does right to information means? And what are the redressal mechanism under the RTI Act? And the last one, to what extent the citizen can claim to be informed from the public authorities. Dear student, Right to Information Bill 2005 was passed by Parliament in the month of June 2005 and it came into force in month of October 2005. This act provides the effective access to the information for citizen of India which is under the control of the public authorities. It promotes the transparency, accountability in the working of every public authority. Dear student, as we know, right to information is a basic human rights for every citizen, or even I should say it's a fundamental right of every citizen. If we do not have information how our government and public institution function, we cannot express any informed opinion on it. So therefore, this act is structured in the following manner. There are total 31 sections in this act which is divided into 6 chapters. The chapter 1 is dealing with the preliminary aspect. Chapter 2 is dealing with the right to information and obligation of the public authorities. Chapter 3 is dealing with the Central Information Commission. Chapter 4 is dealing the State Information Commission. Chapter 5, Power and Function of the Information Commission, Appeal and Penalties. And the last one, Chapter 6 is dealing with the miscellaneous. Okay, now coming to the object of the RTA. The object of the RTA is given in the preamble and it is laid down in the preamble itself, which are as follow: to secure the access of the information under the control of the public authority, to promote the transparency and accountability, constitute a Central Information Commission as well as a State Information Commission, require an informed citizen, to check the corruption and raise the accountability. So these all are the objective of the RTI Act. Now coming to the applicability of the RTI, it is given in the Right to Information Act that it is applicable whole India except the Jammu and Kashmir, and this act is applies both to the central and state government and all the public authority. Now coming to the most important part of the RTI, what does information means? So according to this act, section 2F is talking about the information means. Information means as any material in any form. It can be in the form of record, it can be in form of the document, memos, email, opinion, advices, press release, circulars, order, logbooks, contract, report. So likewise any records in any form or any electronic form and information relating to any private body which can be accessed by the public authority under any law for the time being in force will consider as a information under the RTI Act. Now we have understood what is the meaning of information. Now coming to the right to information. The right to information is defined in section 2J of the RTI Act. It is as a right to information accessible under the Act which is held by under the control of any public authority and includes a right. Number 1 is inspection of the work, documents, record. Number 2, taking a notes or certified copies of the document or record. Number 3, taking a separate sample of the material. Number 4, obtaining information in the form of floppy disks, video, cassettes or in any other electronic mode or through the printout where such information is stored in a computer or in any other devices. So these all are the definition which is talking about the information and right to information. Since we are talking about that we can access the information which is under the control of public authority. So now let's understood what is the meaning of the public authority is. The concept public authority is defined under section 2H of the RTI Act, and according to section 2H of the RTI Act, public authority means anybody or any institution or self-government which is established or constituted by our Indian Constitution, or any law made by the Parliament, or any law made by the state legislature. It may be by a notification, maybe by any issued gadget, or maybe any NGO which is substantially financed by the government. So, these all are the bodies will come as a public authority. Now, coming to the most important objective of this lecture, who can obtain the information under this law? According to section 3, only citizen of India is entitled to invoke the information under this act. Let me clarify you, citizen means the natural person, not the artificial person like a company. Now, coming to the procedure for obtaining the information. In RTI Act, a citizen who desire to obtain any information under the Act should submit an application to the PIO of the concerned public authority. The application should be precise and specific with the name and complete postal address of the applicant, and there is no prescribed format for the application for seeking information. Therefore, the application need to be submitted along with the application fee as in prescribed in the fees rule of the RTI Act. Coming to the exemption portion of the RTI Act. Section 8 exempt from the disclosure of a certain information and contains as stated in subclause A to J. Therefore, subclause B exempt the information which is expressly forbidden by any court of law or tribunal or dispute of which may constitute the contempt of court, whereas subclause G exempt the information the disclosure of which would endanger the life or physical safety or person or identity the sources of the information or assistance given in the confidence for law enforcement or security purpose. Further, subclause H is exempt the information which could impede the process of the investigation or apprehension or the prosecution of the offender. Further, subclause J is exempt the cabinet paper. Therefore, there are certain ground on which exemption can be claimed even the RTI Act. So, in quickly I will summarize the certain ground on which you can claim the exemption. If it is matter relating to the national security, contempt of court, parliamentary privilege, trade secret, fiduciary relationship, foreign government, safety of the informer in the law enforcement, if the matter is relating to the investigation, cabinet paper, privacy. So, these all are the ground based on which you can claim the exemption. So, it is important to note that the Act specifies that intelligence and security organization are exempted from the application of the Act. However, it is provided that in case of demand for information pertaining to the allegation of corruption and human right violation, the RTI Act shall even apply even on such institution. Now, coming to the redressal mechanism under the RTI. Chapter 3rd and Chapter 4 are dealing with the Central Information Commission and State Information Commission respectively. Therefore, these all are the authorized body established under the government under the RTI Act. These all are the quasi-judicial body with the power of the civil court. In case if any citizen have been denied to give the information, to access the information, then he and she can approach to the Central Information Officer or State Public Information Officer due to either the officer not having been appointed or because the respective Central Assistant Public Information Officer or State Assistant Public Information Officer refused to receive the application for the information under the RTI Act. Okay, now coming to the sanction and protection which is given under section 20 penalties, where the Information Commission at any time of the deciding any complaint or appeal is of the opinion that the PIO was without any reasonable cause refused to receive an application for information or not furnish within the time specified or deny the request for the information or knowingly given the incorrect, incomplete or misleading information or distorted information, it shall impose a penalty of ₹250 each day till the application is received or information is furnished, subject to the condition that the total amount of such penalty should not exceed 25,000. Now dear student, we have understood what is the object of the RTI Act, what are the redressal mechanism and who can obtain the information under this act. Now coming to the conclusion part. By enacting the Right to Information Act in India, India has moved away from the arbitrary system of the government to the beginning of an era where there will be a greater transparency and to a system where the citizen will be empowered and the true center of the power. So therefore, only by empowering the ordinary citizen can make any nation progress towards the greatness, and enacting the Right to Information Act 2005, India has taken a small but a very significant step towards the goal. So thus, with the enactment of the RTI Act, India has taken a small step towards the achieving a real Swaraj.